Hello, everyone. This is TTP Chats here, aka Trust the Process. And here I'm going to discuss to you today about get rich quick leads to get broke quick. Basically, what was it? We live in this kind of society now, or this generation, where people overly indulge in the concept of instant gratification. People are so in a rush and they lack so much patience nowadays. Then they want everything that they want. They want it now, without realizing that certain things take time. Especially so, instant gratification, right? It's very paramount within this generation, right? So everybody wants things right now, immediately, fast, quick, fast, like fast food, similar to fast food actually. So, excuse me. Basically, it doesn't matter whether it's money, relationship, marriage, kids, whatever. They want it now, and then that parallels with getting rich quick. People want all the money and the resources and all this other stuff and need to be rich, but they don't necessarily understand that it takes, time to get there. That's why when you see all these lottery winners who won all these millions of dollars, even though they don't tell you that Uncle Sam, aka the tax man, takes a good substantial percentage out of that million. So let's say if the lottery gives you 1 million, Uncle Sam is going to at least take 10%. So it's going to be around, I don't have a calculator right now, but it's going to be around at least 800,000 to 750,000 that you're actually going to get. And then that's why lottery winners blow their money in it, either in 2 weeks or in a month. Right. Because in order to be rich, it's been told several different times, it takes time, it takes work, and it takes planning, right? You have to be smart about your moves, right? That's why all of these scammers always get caught. People like to brag, oh, I never got caught, I'm rich, they will catch up to you. You see how this system works and how life works, right? It's basically this, right? Though the system is flawed, they pay attention, right, to certain individuals, scammers, right? Especially if you're overly out there. If you're over here bragging and boasting about all your schemes that you took away money from innocent people, right? Like, for example, I saw this one guy. He was on one dude did an interview with this guy who said he was a scammer, and he said, oh, he don't really scam the people, he just takes from the banks, even though citizens hold their money in the bank. So that don't make any sense. People keep their money in bank accounts at banks, so you still stealing from them, and you just randomly. And he said, and then he tried to justify it, said, oh, I steal money from the bank by, replicating credit cards, getting certain credit card information and using that for him to buy his wealth or whatever. He telling us all this details and information on YouTube and social media, when hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of people, if you factor in all the other social medias, are watching this. And guess what? Social media can be a useful tool in the investigation, but my point stands. Getting rich quick leads to getting broke quick. That's why you see lottery winners get broke, scammers, their longevity is quickly depleted, right? Their longevity at having top money is quickly depleted because you reap what you sow. It's going to lead to a huge downfall. That's why it's necessary that you take your time when it comes to building yourself up, especially as a man. As a man, you got to establish yourself, and in order to do that, you establish yourself, you want to run up the mills, you want to run up the M's. Guess what? It takes time, it takes planning, and you got to understand how the position of how some of these rich people got in there. You can use them as inspiration. You don't have to be envious of them, but let's just have this understanding. Okay, let's say you had run this rich person, right? And I'm not talking about a celebrity, I'm talking about actual businessman. You do your research and look up, okay, how do you really get rich? What is the technique? What's the tools? You can watch videos, YouTube videos. There's actually been, I saw on Instagram a screenshot of how someone got rich. But just having money is just one aspect of establishing yourself, right? That's one resource. Another resource is also the mentality and the physical attributes. Basically, as a man, you must stand 10 toes down, and and the physical aspect of it, you gotta look like you can protect a family. Because you some fat slob or you're some skinny toothpick, you can't protect nobody. The flat slob is gonna get gassed out and then the skinny toothpick is gonna get broken. But at the end of the day, instant gratification is never good, right? Like another example is a dude get a lot of money, all of a sudden he run around sleeping with all these different women because he have it in his mind that, oh, since I have this big riches, I have access to all these different women. At the end of the day, if a woman never liked you for you, she's not going to like you just because you have a lot of money now. If she didn't like you when you had nothing, she don't like you when you have something. She's just going to use you. She's just going to become a wolf, a leech, and leech off of you. And then once the money is gone, she's out. You got to like a person. You got to get with people that actually like you for who you are. But yes, get rich quick. It's going to lead to you being broke. Fast money is not good. Fast money only is going to lead to a downfall, because when you're trying to get rich quick, guess what? All you're trying to do is scheme and do all this other nonsense just to get some real big bucks immediately. Again, instant gratification. But the problem with that, even if you do get the big money, right? You wouldn't have the mental maturity, or you wouldn't have the proper financial judgment in order to take care of that and produce a consistent longevity in order to keep that money flowing, right? Because usually people who get money quick, they blow it quick, right? Especially if you're a young dude. That's why in this day and age, with this all this opportunity to build something as a man, to establish yourself, it's important that you take your time as a man to build up not just that consistency, but that financial revenue. Because as you get older and you gain wisdom, right, men, you start to realize, okay, it took me this certain period of time to get to this point, and I'm not going to admit, so I'm going to try my best as a man not to make any irrational, illogical mistakes that will put me in the position to lose all the things that I work for. Now, things can happen, some unforeseen circumstances can happen, and we don't know about it, right? But at the end of the day, though, it's the fact that you're willing to be smart about your moves and about your money once you achieve and establish yourself as a man, that success, and establish yourself as having a big financial resource. But you getting money quick and having fast money isn't going to help. In reality, it's just going to lead to the detriment, because fast money goes quick because you don't know how to really function with that. While a person will take his time and slow down, guess what? He he will understand the financial, judgment of acquiring money through the hard work. Thank you.